Hello Gemini, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. I do have a bit of a cold, so bear with me today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the person that is on your mind currently. Gemini, what's going on? Fool card, Page of Cups, the Moon. Someone either took a chance making you an offer or you would really like them to. I feel like this is something that you can't stop sort of thinking about, dreaming up in your head. Oh, but there's a sense of sadness here. Someone could have made you an offer recently, but it was a lot littler than you were maybe expecting for some of you. That's not going to be for all of you. That's just for a few of you. You're feeling very restless when it comes to this situation. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who could be maybe a little bit on the younger side, maybe a little bit immature because, right, Fool card, Page of Cups, just all of that energy. And then we have the Moon card here for you. I'm feeling like you're just a little bit more mature than this person's able to sort of handle. What else is going on with Gemini? Looks like Seven of Pentacles. You're working. You're focused a lot on work right now, actually. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Both. So you're working very diligently at something, but on the bottom of the deck for all of that, we have the Five of Swords. What I'm really getting from this is there's someone in your workplace, Gemini, that's really giving you a hard time. It's like no matter what you do, it's not good enough. It's like this manager, whoever the hell they are, they probably having a huge ego. It's like they'll ask you or tell you to do something, and no matter how you do it or how fast you do it, it's never good enough. You're dealing with like a narcissist in the workplace is honestly what I'm getting, or somebody in the workplace who just sort of wants to take you down, and it's because you give this person anxiety. That's why. Why is this person so against Gemini in the workplace? So it's supposed to be a love reading. I am feeling like there's a small offer, but I don't know. You're really, really considering walking away from a job here due to a disagreement or a situation where you're not getting along with somebody. It's like a manager or somebody who really gets in their ego, and it's also somebody who doesn't really care about hurting others. So it could be a boss or like a CEO or somebody, even somebody else, right? I'm getting engineer for some of you. It could be somebody who doesn't really care about the workers' sort of needs and how they feel while they're working. They only care about the bottom dollar, the money. So it could be like a toxic higher up person in a company, right? Who no matter how hard you're working, they'll give you a 25-cent raise, or they'll have a passive aggressive compliment even though you are literally working so hard here. I feel like this has caused you a lot of depression recently too. Yeah, you're really burnt out from this work connection. You really wish that you could sort of move on from it. But you can't. You're feeling actually very, very hopeless about it. You're indecisive. You're fearing the change. So I'm actually going to give you some advice right now, Gemini. Now, don't listen to my advice fully because I don't want to give you advice that worked for me and maybe it might not work for you. I had a job at a chiropractor one time, and I was absolutely miserable. Not from the patients that were there that I loved to see, not from what I did. Like my boss at the time helped people. I was exhausted from two coworkers that were very, very narcissistic and very, very, very much about themselves. They would watch me do all the work and like they thought it was funny, just very sort of like evilness. But there was a learning lesson in that for me too, right? I shouldn't have just done all the work. I should have been like, hey, had some boundaries, right? But that was about 5 years ago. I've learned some lessons since then, but that's definitely what I'm seeing more in your reading is that there's someone at your work or your job, your place of business, who is just like, no matter what you do, it's never right. No matter how hard you work, it's never appreciated. And it's just, quite frankly, you're really burnt out from this situation. And I actually ended up leaving that chiropractor job with nothing in place. I don't condone that because it caused a lot of financial pressure at the time. This is like 5 years ago. A lot of financial pressure at the time, but I did end up making it through. And what I noticed is about a year or two after I left that job, because jobs can be toxic too. Sometimes jobs can almost be worse than relationships, because relationships you can leave without losing that monetary source of income that you need. Jobs can be a little more tricky, right? If you're dealing with this energy in the workplace, like to do with a boss or something like that, that's scary, because that's your place of work, right? Where you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're there to make money, make a living. And if someone's just making that a living hell instead, it can be so draining. So I actually ended up I don't know what set it off. Someone said something to me and it was kind of my last straw. So I went home, I quit, and then about a year or two later, that's when I took that year off. I kind of came out of some addiction that I was dealing with, and honestly, I found another job, and it was so much better. So much better, that job that I had after that other one. It was so much better because I didn't have this kind of energy battling me every single day in the workplace. So always make sure in the workplace when you're dealing with someone like this, if the upper management, which they usually don't confront these people, I don't know why they do that. Don't be afraid to hold boundaries and stand your ground. It's the only way to sort of get this person off of your back, to leave you alone. And we can always do that in very nice, polite ways as well. What's the advice for Gemini in dealing with this work situation? Even though I kind of just gave it. Try not to get too unforgiving, too cynical towards the situation, because there is something about this job that you like that is providing some sort of comfort. Like you may have a crush on somebody there, or it may just be something like that. I do feel like you're in an indecision though about this job with the Hangman reverse. You would love nothing more than a new beginning, but you're also afraid to leave, rightfully so. So you're just really trying to keep your composure right now, stay even keel, and not make any harsh decisions, right? Death card reverse. You're not trying to just end this impulsively. You want to make sure you have something else lined up, and all of that stuff. But this person at your job is just making you miserable. The best thing that you can do, Gemini, when it comes to someone like that, ignore them. Pretty soon, they're not going to be a part of your existence. You'll find a new job. You could even start a business if you wanted to, whatever you're passionate about. In fact, I try to inspire almost everybody to start businesses these days. This person acts this way because they probably have little to no power in their personal life. So when they go into work, it's the only place where they sort of get to be on their high horse. Unfortunately, you take the brunt of that, and I know how that feels, and it causes burnout. And upper management should always be handling those things, but I know all too well a lot of times they don't. I'm so glad I left the 9-to-5 scene a while ago. It's not... Dealing with these types of people in the workplace is very stressful, especially when you are good at your job, which I'm sensing you're very good at your job. You know, you want to do a good job. But this person, this Five of Swords person, just makes that very, very difficult for you to do. Let's see here. Any other messages for Gemini? What's going on with this love? Like any love connections? This is mostly career. 7 of Cups reversed. I don't feel like you're too concerned with love right now. I feel like you're more concerned with this person at your job that's kind of causing chaos and hell for you right now. Yeah, 3 of Cups reversed. That's third-party energy. I'm not getting romantical type stuff from that. I'm definitely getting there's a third-party energy at your job that's just making things really, really tough, causing you to go into the 2 of Pentacles energy of, do I leave or do I stay? Do I go or do I stay? It's like, so when it comes to a job, right, we had the 6 of Cups reversed. They're telling me that, you know, try not to be too cynical or careless about it yet. But then we have this. There may be people at this current job that you have very close friendships with, close, very, very close. So the thought of leaving can give you a lot of anxiety. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius in the workplace, but it's also the energy of like, you know, you sort of know you need to go look for something else, because this person is just, it's like no matter what you do or say, it's never enough, and that can be so annoying. Let's get, if my camera can get right, let's get some cosmic messages. Oh, gambling. Okay. Ooh, okay. Gambling. This person involved in the workplace could actually have a lot of toxic behaviors in their home life that they don't necessarily like obviously speak about or bring into the workplace at all. But that could be why they sort of act all smug and like they're better than everybody else, because they're actually hiding a lot of things. Pregnancy, someone could be expecting. That's a very random message. All right. Let's get just a couple more. What's the advice for Gemini in dealing with this toxic work situation? 6 of Pentacles reverse. So don't quiet quit. I'm not saying go as far as to quiet quit, but definitely don't like give your all to this. And I hate to say that because as humans, we should always try to do the best. But at the end of the day, the sun reversed right there, this job is just not quite doing it for you. Like it's not, you are not receiving even nearly enough from this job for all the work that you're putting into it. So 2 of Swords reverse. Yeah, it's probably time to eventually, you know, kind of just back, like still do a really good job, but also know that you're going to be on the way out the door soon. So don't let this job get your vibration down too much, even though I know toxic jobs have a habit of doing that, and try to stay strong. What can you tell me about the future for future finances? Ooh, the Chariot. Okay, yeah. Yes, so this 2 of Wands, it's like you're looking, you're wondering what else is out there, and as soon as you take action towards what else is out there, literally a whole new world is going to open up for you. It looks like when it comes to this specific work cycle, this cycle is complete. This cycle is complete. So whenever you want to start looking for your next avenue of abundance, anytime now, because what I'm definitely getting is that whatever this is, it's complete. That's why the universe has probably brought this awful person into your workplace, or sort of into at least your space in the workplace, to kind of encourage you to leave, right? The universe makes it feel really uncomfortable, but they're probably just trying to inspire you to actually leave, because you do have a whole new set of everything headed your way. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.